Welcome back to Arsenal News TV, and today we're going to first look at Hertha Berlin sporting director confirming Matteo Guendouzi is heading back to Arsenal after injury, and then we're going to look at Kieran Tierney told to make huge transfer decision in scathing Arsenal verdict. So the first news headline states that Hertha Berlin sporting director confirms Matteo Guendouzi is heading back to Arsenal after injury. So the reports are stating that Hertha Berlin chief Arne Friedrich has confirmed Matteo Guendouzi has played his final match for the club and will be heading back to Arsenal after suffering a metatarsal fracture. Guendouzi was sent out on loan to Hertha last October and made 24 appearances across the Bundesliga campaign before his setback, notching up 2 goals and 3 assists with this side embroiled in a relegation scrap. A comprehensive 3-0 win over Freiburg on Thursday night gave 15th-placed Hertha major encouragement in their fight for survival with 4 games remaining of the season, but Matteo Guendouzi's injury will have put a slight dampener on the victory. Sami Khedira came on as a replacement as Guendouzi was helped off the field towards the end of the first half, and the Frenchman's 39-minute cameo appearance will be his last showing in the team's blue and white strip. Subsequent scans revealed Matteo Guendouzi has sustained a metatarsal fracture in his right foot, and the midfielder will be on his way back to North London in due course. He led the boys, he played very good games, and always gave everything for the club, Hertha sporting director Friedrich said. But the fact is that he does not belong to Hertha and is going back. Reacting to his injury earlier this week, Guendouzi tweeted, "Thank you for all your messages. I'm good, but disappointed not to be there to help the team for the end of the season. Be strong." It remains to be seen whether or not Arsenal keep hold of Matteo Guendouzi next term, with head coach Mikel Arteta less than impressed with the player's attitude and professionalism after a series of disciplinary issues. The injury looks likely to rule Guendouzi out for the remainder of France's European Under-21 Championships campaign, which resumes at the end of the month. Matteo Guendouzi has just 1 year remaining on his current deal at the Emirates, and Arsenal must decide whether to cash in on him this summer or risk losing him on a free transfer in 12 months' time. Last month, former Arsenal midfielder Emmanuel Petit urged Guendouzi to control his hot-headedness and shut his mouth to ensure he has a future with the Gunners. "I think things happened too quickly for Matteo Guendouzi at a time where he wasn't strong enough mentally. He has a volcanic personality," Petit told Ladbrokes. "When you can't control your emotions, it's hard for your teammates to work with you, it's hard for your fans to back you, and it's hard to keep out the press limelight. But most importantly, it's hard for your manager to pick you. I remember he had a fight with Mikel Arteta, and after that we didn't see him again in an Arsenal shirt." So it looks like Matteo Guendouzi is returning back to Arsenal after injury, so you have to wait and see where Guendouzi will be at the end of next season and see what happens. And this nicely takes us on to the second piece of transfer news, which states that Kieran Tierney told to make huge transfer decision in scathing Arsenal verdict. So the reports are stating that the Scottish left-back has been a bright light in otherwise a dismal season for Arsenal, but one former Scottish Premier League star has urged the defender to leave the Emirates. Arsenal defender Kieran Tierney has enjoyed a season of mixed fortune at the Gunners, establishing himself as one of Mikel Arteta's most important players, but also endured a number of lengthy spells on the sidelines due to persistent injuries. Arsenal currently languish in 10th, with very little to play for despite having 4 Premier League games remaining. Kieran Tierney was called into action at the last minute for last Thursday's dire performance at home to Villarreal after Granit Xhaka sustained a groin injury just before kickoff while warming up. Though he delivered a trademark gun-ho display, it was clear for all to see Kieran Tierney was lacking in match fitness, and the Gunners crashed out of the Europa League at the semi-final stage, ensuring there will be no silverware for Mikel Arteta's side this season. The campaign has been so bad that one former Scottish Premier League star has urged Kieran Tierney to leave Arsenal in the summer transfer window. Former Hibernian man Sam McManus has claimed that the defender is too good to stay at Arsenal and should start exploring different avenues in a stinging attack on the Gunners. McManus told PLZ Soccer, "I'd hate to be an Arsenal fan. There is just nothing about them. They are spineless, honestly. Kieran Tierney needs to get out of there. For me, he is too good for Arsenal. Kieran Tierney can go and play for anybody in the Premier League. I genuinely mean that. Arsenal, for me, are a top 8 team or maybe a top 6 team at best. He needs to get out of there, and I think this summer, possibly a few bigger clubs in for him for bigger money, and he can maybe move on. I think he is wasted there. He is too good for Arsenal." Arsenal face the daunting prospect of no European football next season, which will undoubtedly have an impact on their finances. Given Kieran Tierney is just 23, highly rated and has 3 years left on his Gunners contract, Mikel Arteta will be loath to lose such a prized asset. So it looks like Kieran Tierney has been told to make a huge transfer decision in a scathing Arsenal verdict. And in terms of the Scottish left back, he is someone that's been a shining light in a dismal season for Arsenal, and you can clearly see that him alongside other top performers at Arsenal will be scratching their heads on whether they want to stay with the Gunners till next season to see where they finish at the end of the next campaign, or if they make the decision to leave the Arsenal now and move to another club for a better opportunity. And this is because Arsenal face a very likely prospect of no European football, and Kieran Tierney is someone that wants to play at the top level, and he has a lot of clubs that are looking at Kieran Tierney as a suitable option to play at left back, and he can probably make any club in the Premier League right now, if not nearly any team that plays very good football at the moment. So you have to wait and see if Kieran Tierney's future remains at Arsenal or if he leaves Arsenal. But other than that, guys, remain blessed. Stay tuned for the next video, and peace.